Hey folks, in today's video we're reviewing this budget tablet by RCA. I have a number of these things provided by a friend who doesn't really know what to do with them, and we're going to try to load some stuff on them and see what purpose we can put them to. But I don't have just one, okay, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these tablets. I've taken 2 already out of the box. Here they are. Okay, identical. What model number is this? It is the Voyager RCT 6873W42C. Okay, and they're pretty cheap. They're like $60-70. They might be more. I don't think they're even available anymore. They could have been completely discontinued. This says Voyager tablet, 7-inch display, 4-core processor. That's fine, but it's really slow. You'll see 6 GB storage, Android, Google Play, fine. I mean, it's using Android Go, which is a kind of lower end, more efficient version of Android. Has only a front camera. Battery lasts up to 6 hours. I'm not sure if that's not really that good. And the display is 1024 by 600, so not the greatest display. It tells you here 16 GB storage and so on. Very rudimentary stuff. So let's have a look. Okay. Here's the front-facing camera, is that little tiny thing there. On the side here, we have nothing except on the bottom, and you've got your on-off switch right there. We'll turn it on. There it is. Audio port, so you want to plug in some headphones. Recharging you through USB. You've also got this thing to recharge with. You'll see in a moment. I don't know why you have both, but you have that, and they offer a wall plug for this instead of just giving you a USB wall plug. And then you've got volume controls. Okay. Now the display, as you can see, is glossy. It's really not the best finish for something like this. Okay. Let's swipe up. A lot of light in the room. Okay. I have a few apps on here. You can see this is, let's go to Android here and see what's on here. About tablet. There's the info here. And device name, Android version. Okay, Android version 10, but this is Android Go. I think you can do that. See, Android 10, your usual whatever, one of the screen widget things. If you double tap this thing, it rotates. And then I guess you're supposed to make a queue out of this thing. Like this. And it's supposed to lock together. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but anyway, it's not doing it for me. Okay? Maybe you hold it here and you rotate it until it snaps in place. I don't know. No. Anyway, let's get rid of this thing. Goodbye. All right. It's really slow. It's really slow. And the screen is, you can see if I zoom in here, it's not the greatest resolution. Okay? Not the greatest resolution. So that's one tablet. Now I got another one right here. Let's turn this guy on. Here we go. There it is. It's in, okay. There's a second one. Now, what comes in the actual box? Let's open up a third and see. If I can get this open, one moment please, just bear with me. So we'll do a simultaneous unboxing. I'm not going to unbox all 6 of these things. Well, 2 are already unboxed. So, okay, there's a box. You have your tablet inside of a thing here. This one looks a little bit damaged, or is that plastic? No, that's damage on the corner. See that? Or is it a plastic film? I don't know. Good question. Here, let me zoom in. What is this? Oh, it's just plastic. Sorry, not damaged. It must have had a plastic film on the screen that somebody peeled off. I don't know what that is. Interesting. Anyway, it's not charged at all. That's okay. One speaker, pretty lousy sound out of this thing. It's not stereo. Oh, I forgot to mention this thing. We went over the ports here. There's also the expansion slot here for the memory. Okay? But yeah, this is the interesting thing. So if I just show you here, inside of here, you get one of these. Okay, so they decided to actually have a separate power jack for charging here, even though I've tested it and you can charge it through the USB. So, you know, why have both? I don't know. Does it help to have both? Does it charge faster with this thing? I don't know. I plugged it in. You can see that's the typical screen you get when it's charging. You have a little battery symbol. But yeah, it's interesting that it would have the capability to charge with both. I was happy that that was the case because I don't want to really carry around another wall dongle. So this way, it's great. You can charge it through just a USB. Now, if I load up, what does that say there? No recent items. Hold on, let's get back to the main screen. Come on. Okay, so I put MAME on here. If all of you know what MAME is, it's a multi-arcade machine emulator. What? Don't bother me anymore. Yes, I want to. This new MAME requires very powerful devices because it emulates in a much more realistic way. And that is your ROMs from this version will not work for the most part. And you will have to use those MAME version. Okay, no, I don't want to update. Okay, I put a few ROMs on here. So let's try, you know, I should turn the light off in here because you can't see anything. There. All right, lights off. And here we go. Let's do Pac-Man, okay? Here we go. So anyway, this thing's really doesn't respond very well when I move around. That's the display there. You can see, let's add some coins. Oh, I should turn up the volume. Hang on a second. Where's the volume control? Oh, I just turned it off. Drat. Hold on. There we go. Volume is here. At least it has a key for volume. When you press it, the screen display comes up and you can do that, right? You can kind of see it there. Okay, now you can hear it. Here we go. Let's start. Okay, so one thing you can do with these cheap tablets is you can play old arcade games, but the response of the stick, I mean, in general, it's really horrible. I don't know if it's the tablet or if it's you know, the touchscreen interface or if it's MAME at this point. But it's really not doing too well. Okay. Let me exit. Exit game, yes. Oh yeah, by the way, you can see what happens when you just move the thing slightly. You see that? It's I mean, from this angle you can kind of see, but then the minute you do that, look, see what happens to the screen? It's like it can't handle the an angle shift. Let's go to Galaga here for a second. Galaga Namco. Okay, this is the old one. So it's going to be quite easy for it to work. And then I'm going to put on another game that's a little bit more sophisticated. I mean, these should play on almost any tablet nowadays. It shouldn't be a problem at all. You know, see, look, as soon as you turn the thing, it's like it washes out. Okay. So here, let's keep playing this thing. So what can you do with this thing? Play old MAME games maybe? Right? Can play old MAME games. You can do perhaps, here, where was it? Golden Axe. One of these things was really, I can't get it to work. Come on, come down. There. You can read ebooks on here, right? Doesn't require a big refresh rate. Here, winners, don't use drugs. But yeah, look at what happens with the color on this thing. Let's put coin. Okay, so you can see this game is old and it really shouldn't be working so hard to render. I mean, it's barely moving and the sound is chopping out. You hear? Like almost any computer these days can play this thing and it'll run fast. But this thing is just barely able to keep up. And it's not MAME. I mean, MAME, Raspberry Pi, even an original Raspberry Pi would be able to do this no problem. You see how slow it is? It's barely rendering at any speed here. And the sound is horrible. All right, exit. Exit, yes. Okay, exit again. Good. All right, let's turn the light back on. Okay, so there you have it. The Voyager series of RCA cheapo tablets, which, you know, they have some use still. They're not the greatest, but, you know, you can still use them for some things. And, you know, you can check email on them. You can read some books. I don't think rendering is going to be great on YouTube, but we can try. Let's see what happens if we watch some video here. Okay, so I decided to look up an HD video. Here, nature. Let's see if this comes up. Relaxation film 3D nature. Okay, turn down the volume just in case. But the sound sucks on this thing. Did I mention that? Maybe it's better through headphones, but... Okay, come on, play. All right, I'm gonna turn off the light again. Okay, so you can watch stuff on the display, but I just can't I can't emphasize how poor this thing is. I mean, depending on the angle, you get it like it completely washes out. If you do this, it goes into negative. I mean, this is using some really, really cheap LCD display technology. You can change the brightness right there, somewhere over here. Is there a brightness mode? Anyway, but yeah, it's just not good. Not good. The display, it's really something you'd give a kid. And then as far as, you know, being HD or not, I'm not sure what resolution this is in, but it definitely, it can't display HD anyway. So it's going to be downloading it at the lowest resolution possible here. Yeah, it's at 360p. You can see that. Let's try to up this. And it's not my, here, select the specific resolution. Let's try 480p. Look, it doesn't even let me go higher than 480. There's 480p. And now it looks, it could be buffering a bit. So, yeah, not a great tablet as far as display. Okay, so I decided to take apart one of the tablets again and see how it's constructed inside. I can show you various things. I'm overdubbing this because I didn't have audio during the video segment here. But basically, there are two screws on the end. You can see one there popping up. And you just use a Phillips head screwdriver, small size, to remove it. It's a very tiny screw. one there in that corner, the same panel like the where all the buttons and the interfaces are. There's a second screw, comes out pretty easily. Once that's done, you essentially have to use a spudger or either a flat screwdriver or something that's plastic would be better, so you don't create marks in the plastic. But basically something soft, plastic, or a pick, guitar pick, or various other spudgers. Basically, there's some tabs in there. You just work your way around it, and you snap the screen off of the back. The back is just one big piece. You're going to see that as we continue to go through this. I might actually speed up the video a little bit as we do this, so bear with me. I work around the whole thing, and eventually you will get to the entire back popping off. And there you have it. So it's just one board essentially on the back of this thing, and it's got a large battery. Takes up quite a bit of the space inside, and that speaker off in the corner there. See, it's still working. It's on. So let's see. We have 2200 milliamp hour battery. Now, basically, that's it. That speaker, which really bad quality single speaker, that's the interface off to the screen. And then on the bottom end of the board here, where all the interfaces are, is the main processing board. I see 4 packages there, and BiWin NAND. That's kind of memory, maybe ROM. And there's 41E77, 4 packages of those. So I'm guessing that's the RAM in this thing, maybe 4 gigs each, so for 16 total. And then we have Salid or something there. It could be, it's next to some of the audio stuff there, and the antenna. Maybe it has to do with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. And then there's this package underneath the sticker, which I'm going to try to remove here. Just bear with me a moment. What I'll do is I'll put up some text later once I decipher what all these chips are, but I'm just going off the cuff here, guessing. So this must be the main processor, because so far I haven't seen anything that looks like a main processor. And this is sitting under there, covered for some reason. I mean, I don't know why they did that. It's not like they're trying to hide what kind of chip it is. It's a MediaTek ARM. And if we just turn a little bit here, MT167A. MT8167A 2021. Is that the date that it was made? Anyway, I'll look it up and explain more about what that is. But that's the SD card reader. That's a reset button there, that big gold thing right there that I'm pointing to. You can access that from outside the case. There's a tiny little hole in the back of the case if you want to reset the thing. And that's what I ended up doing. That's why the thing is not turning on. So, but if you hold down the on button, it'll eventually go back to life. Okay, here I have 2 of the tablets opened up. One of them actually has no capability for recording audio. The one I took a video on that I demonstrated, and I'm trying to figure out why it is that I can't record any sound. I'm not sure if it's a software issue or a hardware issue. That's where the mic is supposed to go. And you can see there, it looks identical to the other one right there. So I can't, for the life of me, figure out what exactly is missing on one or the other tablets, except for the fact that I removed the sticker from one. Okay, so I'm just testing the microphone on the unit. I'm about 5-6 inches away from the screen, and it seems to be recording to an .amr file. Now the other tablet, I looked into it. I couldn't see any issues with the microphone. I looked inside. It seems like everything is the same. So I'm not sure why it's not recording. Maybe I'll reset it and see if it works. But basically, that other tablet has no sound recording function. The mic doesn't seem to be doing anything. Okay, and this is one of the videos I recorded with one of the tablets. It's really crappy resolution. 640 by 480 is the maximum it does. As you can see, I showed you a screenshot earlier. And yeah, just the image quality is horrendous. It's completely unusable. I mean, the refresh rate, the frame rate, it's blurry. The optics are not focused at all. I mean, this is a front-facing camera. You wouldn't even use it for zoom, I think. It's that bad. So, you know, something the kids can play some games on. They could beat up. They can do, you know, a few rudimentary tasks on. Read a book. Check your email. It's definitely not worth the money. As much as I'd like to think 65, 70 bucks for a tablet is a good deal, it isn't, especially not for something like this. I'd rather you just buy a little bit more expensive tablet and have more use out of it. So, but anyway, we got 6 of these. I got to figure out something now to do with them. If you have any ideas, let me know. Leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.